Let's start a webinar in 2 minutes. Okay. Okay, let's start. A very good morning and warm welcome to yet another webinar conducted by Techmio Solutions. So today we are going to deep dive into Industrial Revolution 4.0, okay, in the field of focusing on IoT and AI. So I welcome you all to this webinar. Okay, myself Joel Fernandez from Techmia Solutions. So first, let us begin. What is what? Okay, what is the introduction about it? Okay, let me introduce about the technology that we are going to deep dive today. So welcome to the future where machines talk. Okay, data can think, machine can literally talk, data can think, and industry evolve faster than ever before. Okay, like before there used to be different, now it is completely different. Here machines can talk with each other, and data can think by itself, and industries are evolving day by day. This is not just an automation which we see. This is an intelligent automation. We have been hearing about the automation from past this many years. Now it is not just the automation, it is the industrial automation. So we are most blessed to live in this era, okay, where IoT and AI is a part of our venture. Okay, here IoT and AI are not just the buzzwords, they are the backbone of industrial revolution 4.0. Okay, the roots deep dive into IoT and AI along with machine learning and other concept. So here the evolution starts from smart factories to predictive maintenance. Before there used to be just factories. Now factories come with predictions. AI is making it. Machine learning is, because of machine learning it is possible. Because of IoT these things are possible nowadays. Okay, so these technologies are transforming how we design and manufacture and operate. Okay, basically this is designing our entire architecture. Okay, so these new technologies is shaping the industrial growth and making it more and more robust. So automation, intelligent automation is taking place everywhere in this world. Okay, lots and lot people are able to contribute to the automation. Okay, we will have interesting discussion about it, deep dive into it. We will discuss some of the research papers also which are present. Okay, so you will have a very full insightful session in today's webinar. Okay, so today we are going to deep dive into how automation is taking place. Digital resolution is shaping the industries, making them more sufficient and sustainable. Okay, connecting them ever before. So now let me start the presentation. Okay, before that, imagine what if one machine is slowed down and got corrupted, is talking to other machine to start the automation. So this is what IoT is. So welcome to this webinar. Okay, let me share my presentation. So once again, I welcome to Techmia Solutions, okay, to this wonderful webinar in Introduction to Industrial 4.0 on IoT and AI. Okay. So what is this revolution is all about? Okay, just how simple human beings have been evolving from years. Similarly, there is involvement and revolution in the field of industries also. Okay, coming to computers, computers was one just part of it. Now the focus is on the industrial growth. Before we have industry one, okay, industrial revolution one, okay, which took place around 18th century, okay, in Great Britain. Okay, before the colonization, the industrial revolution took place in Great Britain. Okay, let me discuss about more about it, okay, in the future slides. So as an overview of it, today we are going to focus on IoT and AI. Okay, the major thing what industry 4.0 has for us is the IoT and AI. Okay, we will make use of it. So there is a famous quote, okay, given by Dominic. Industry 4.0 is more just a flashy catch pass, okay, a confluence of trends and technologies promise to reshape the way things are made. Okay, before the way the things were used to be made was different than what it is. Before everything was manual. Okay, when I take you back to industrial 1.0, 2.0, 3.0, things used to be in a manual way. As the days kept on evolving, okay, the things kept on changing, and new technologies started to contribute to this venture. Okay, so we are going to deep dive into entire architecture of what 4.0 is. We will discuss about the past, okay, what industry 1.0 was, one was industry 2.0 was. Similarly, we will come to 4.0 and we will discuss the entire flow, entire technologies that are present in industrial 4.0, which is a really interesting thing. And this will definitely help you get insightful knowledge, okay, in making your projects, in making your presentation, okay, in delivering, in knowing the things that are present in industry 4.0. So why this webinar is useful? Okay, this webinar is useful for those, okay, who really wants to know about the new technology that are present. Okay, so those who want to contribute to the industry, they will have insights about what is what. Suppose if I talk about big data analytics, you will have idea about what big data is, what big data does. Okay, if I talk about artificial intelligence, you will have idea about what artificial intelligence does in 4.0. Okay, so having this insightful knowledge will make you a better person to enter in the industry. Okay, so this webinar is basically focused on these people, okay, who wants to be a part of industry 4.0, who wants to contribute towards industry 4.0. Okay, so before diving deep into what industry 4.0 is, first let us go to the historical point of view. Okay, first industrial revolution. So what is first industrial revolution? Okay, it took place in Great Britain, where the industry what was constructed in Britain, okay, they used to use mechanization, they used to power their mechanization through water and steam, okay, in 18th and 19th century. So as things kept on evolving, new technology started to emerge. So I would like to mention about modern India history here. Okay, as you know that India was rich in spices, rich in trade business, cardamom, spices, and all those things. Okay, slow by slow, what happened? India became a trade center, like how currently India is a IT hub. During those times, during the first industrial revolution, in India was a trade. Okay, India used to be called as a trade route through which lot of spices were traded off to other places. Okay, so keeping this in mind, other people, other foreign powers, okay, tried to hold their dominance in India, basically. Okay, so this led to the conflict, okay, among all the foreign powers, and they led the war. Okay, trade war was which was led. So once India, as I told you, was a IT hub, okay, in spices and trade, okay, becoming an IT hub and technology during those time, during medieval and early modern period, India spices, pepper, cardamom were highly prized in Europe. So there, the colonizers used to come. Okay, they used to collect the raw materials and they used to sell at the very high price in European countries. So this led to the foreign powers coming to India. This led to a trade competition. Okay, this happened during the first industrial revolution. So production usually used to happen in India. Okay, and trading used to, and marketing was done in the European powers, European countries. And in India, Kozhikode, Calicut, and Cochin was a globalization hub. Okay, where the things used to get manufactured and sold in the European powers. So now, parallelly, if I consider about India, with the same roots of historical events that had happened, now India is a global IT where India is exporting service to many countries. Okay, so if you consider the GDP of India, okay, coming to the primary, secondary, tertiary sector, usually service that India is providing in terms of industry, okay, that is robust and numerous, okay, and it is contributing a lot in GDP of India also. Okay, this is eventually helping the global income as well as the Indian economy to grow. Okay, so what is the backbone behind all these possibilities? This is industries, that is industry 4.0 is making it possible. So this led to the revolution of industry 1.0 in Great Britain. Later on, the things started to evolve and emerge in second industrial revolution also. Here, the steam power which they had it before were replaced with electricity and assembly lines. Okay, the manufacturing, suppose the car manufacturing, what they used to do, they were now converted to electricity. Okay, electricity was used in the second industrial revolution. Okay, so coming to third industrial revolution, with the emergence of computer. Okay, as we know that the first computer was abacus. Okay, since even the computer has got some generation, first generation, second generation, they were making use of vacuum tubes. Similarly, there was a confluence of third industrial revolution with the fourth generation of the computer, where computer was already empowered with integrated circuits and used to make automations. So partly automation began during the 20th century, that is the third industrial revolution. Here we used to make use of computers and robots. Okay, so robots were still there in this revolution, but not the robot which industry 4.0 has. So 3.0 had a manual robot which used to do just the assembly of the things, okay, in the industry. Now the things are different. So coming to this is a flow overview of what was the evolution of industry from 0 to 4.0. So industry 0 had handcrafted materials. Okay, there used to no be any kind of machineries. Okay, machines were not there. Everything was used to be done by the humans itself. Okay, so second started with mechanical production, as I told you in the previous slide. So mechanical production was done with the use of water and steam energy used to be converted into electricity. Okay, they used to make use of steam energy to harness the power. So third industrial revolution led to the mass production of labor. Okay, here the electricity, they learned how to generate electricity. Famous scientist D currents, okay, these people contributed to the production of industry. Okay, so Faraday's law and all made it possible to generate electricity from the magnetic coils. So through this, these people were able to harness the energy and convert into the mass production. So fourth, automation led to the production of computers. Since I told you, computers and automation, robotics collaborated with each other, and this led to third industrial revolution, that is 3.0. So now it was just restricted to the automation of things. Okay, now the industry felt that the more and more things need to be added. Okay, see, like automation was still to be made in the industry. Okay, mass production was still to be made. Huge data started to generate, and it became difficult for industry 3.0 to handle the huge data that was getting generated. So before the confluence of any kind of industry, the data that was generated was in just kilobytes and megabytes. After 3.0, because of the growing population and growing demand of smartphones and internet, data started to emerge a lot, and it became difficult for industry 3.0 to adapt to the growing data. So there came the entry, that is industry 4.0, with all the solutions that the industry 3.0 was facing. Okay, so basically if I talk about industry 4.0, okay, focuses on digitalization, okay, supply chain management, smart manufacturing, okay, cyber physical systems. It makes use of all these parameters to build the industry 4.0. So coming previously it's the same one. Okay, this is what the image is before, how manual things used to work. Okay, steam used to be used for the mechanization and all these things. Second led to the mass production, and electricity was invented and developed during those time, and actual electricity was being used in the mass production in the industries. So third point, this is just an overview of it. Third point led to the digitalization, because the computers emerged during this time. which made possible for the industry to adapt computers, also robots. Okay, they started to use microprocessors, okay, robots and all. Industry robotics was still there during industry 3.0 in the third revolution. Okay, so as I mentioned here, programmable robots were still there, but they were not able to take decisions by their own. Okay, because they had not harnessed AI yet. Okay, so slow by slow we'll be moving towards how the things kept on changing again and again. So that is the main focus in today's webinar is convergence of IoT and AI in Industry 4.0. How AI and IoT are shaping the industries in today's world. Okay, how AI and IoT is making things possible, making a product possible. Okay, how industry is able to harness these technologies to improve their productivity. Okay, we will all discuss about all these things in depth in this webinar today. So main principles of fourth industrial revolution, if you ask me, is the interoperability. Okay. So before there used to be a single task. Now things are possible with the emergence of the technology. You can do multitasking also. One thing. Information transparency. Before there used to be a barrier between the information being sent with one to another. So before in 3.0, what used to happen was, imagine that there are machines in the industry. If one machine used to go down, okay, another machine used to not start automatically. So there used to be one person who used to go and start the machine and used to monitor all the time. But in industry 4.0, things have become automated. So if the machine goes down by its own or due to some kind of corruption, another machine will start automatically because the data is being transferred. So the barrier which industry 3.0 had in the communication has now been minimized, and the data is now getting transferred from the machine to machine. Now it is possible that the machines can talk to each other, not just machine. Okay, if I can take an example of my own blazer also. Okay, it can be made possible that my blazer can communicate with my smartwatch. Okay, my blazer can communicate with my smartphones. Okay, so this is now possible with the emergence of industry 4.0. Third one, okay, decentralized decision. Okay, so with the integration of AI, okay, it became easy to take the decisions by its own. Okay, you don't have to have any kind of human to take some situation, say some decisions in the difficult situations. Okay, what AI will do, AI will keep on reading the data, AI will keep on analyzing the data, and it will make predictions. What is the backbone of it? It is the machine learning that helps AI to make predictions. Deep learning is the backbone of AI, which helps AI to make prediction better and better. Reinforcement learning is one kind of it, where it helps AI to make better and better decisions. Okay, coming to technical assistance. Now technical assistance is being possible because in industry 3.0 did not have so much of expertise. Now with the emergence of these technologies, okay, it became easy to have to make assistance in the field of technology as well as industries. So, coming to the interesting part of it, what is inside Industry 4.0? Coming with RPA. What is RPA? RPA is a robotics. Okay. Second, IoT, additive manufacturing. Okay. Cloud computing, augmented reality, big data, artificial intelligence, and machine learning. Okay. So these are the important things that are present in industry 4.0. And if you want to enter an industry, you should have a holistic knowledge about all these technologies, because it is not being much discussed in nowadays venture that about industry 4.0 and all the attributes associated with it. But today in this webinar, you will get a holistic knowledge about what all these technologies are contributing in the industry and what it is better for you to learn these technologies and enter inside the industry. Okay, so Techmia Solutions makes it possible. Okay, it provides the solution. It makes the big problem into simpler things. Okay, so understanding what IoT is first. Before going deep into any other technologies, let us first understand what IoT is. You must be knowing that IoT is Internet of Things, but the real case scenario, I'm going to explain you what IoT is. Okay, imagine that you are wearing a smartwatch, and smartwatch is continuously monitoring your temperature, your body temperature, your heartbeat. Okay, so there are sensors which are associated with the smartwatch, and smartwatch is making possible to gather the data. Now imagine that your smartwatch is asking you are having high fever based on the sensor data that it has collected, and it is asking you whether can I book your appointment in the hospital. Okay, and it is asking you yes or no. and the moment you press yes, it is sending the notification to the hospital that we are going to come, please book appointment on my name. So this process is what IoT is. What IoT does, IoT makes use of sensors. Okay, how sensors are connected? Okay, so you can ask me, sensors cannot be connected directly, you need a microcontroller for that. Okay, so what is microcontroller? Microcontroller can be Arduino, Raspberry Pi, can be Node MCU. Okay, there are millions of microcontrollers out there. Okay, you can use integrated circuits also. So what this microcontroller will do, it will help sensors to connect on its own. Okay, connect by itself, and help sensors to gather the data. And this microcontroller, what it will do, if it is embedded with the Wi-Fi module, it helps microcontroller to talk to the cloud. Okay, so this process is what IoT is. So sensor collects the data, okay, and sends it to the cloud. Okay, so what is the next step once the sensor collection, data collection is done? Okay, next is networking. Okay, internet will talk to each other. In talking with internet is what IoT is. Okay, so based on the collected sensor, okay, the data is being sent to the cloud. Okay, and there is a cloud. Is what is cloud? Cloud is nothing but an internet, virtual internet. Okay, so the data is being exchanged with the cloud. So now the data that is present in the cloud can be used in your laptops also. Okay, the smartwatch which is collecting your data can be visualized on your smartphones, on your laptops. How is it possible? Because these variable device, okay, like your smartphones, they can collect the data and send to the cloud. Okay, this is the data collection. And networking, transferring of data, who is taking care of internet. So combining these both is what internet of things is. Things can be your laptop, things can be your smartphone. Okay, it can be anything, it can be your own clothes itself. Never know. Okay, tomorrow you'll get a technology where wearing a shirt will have sensors, and it will keep on collecting data by data, and based on the real time data collection, a new prediction can be done. So this is one part of IoT. Coming to AI. Before diving deep into AI, you should understand what machine learning does. Okay, in a simple meaning, okay, there are main types of machine learning. One is supervised machine learning, unsupervised machine learning, and reinforcement learning. Okay, if I sum up or if I brief you about what machine learning does and what are the types of it. So first one is a supervised machine learning. Okay, what it basically does. So in supervised machine learning, you will have a target column, okay, you and independent column. So independent column and target column are trained with each other, and a model is being prepared, okay, based on the training data, and new prediction is done based on testing data. So this is what a supervised machine learning is. Second is a unsupervised machine learning. Okay, you will not have any kind of target column there, or you will not have any kind of label column there. What you do, a generalized data based on the pattern. Machine learning algorithm, what it does, it will do the clustering of data. So this clusterization of data, conversion of data into models, okay, based on the training and prediction of new data, training testing data, is called as unsupervised machine learning. Reinforcement learning is a new thing, okay, which is a part of a machine learning, but it does a very good prediction, okay, based on the both of the scenarios. Reinforcement learning makes use of automated agent, okay, which learns by itself based on the rewards it collects, and the training with the deep neural network makes it a fantastic model where it can make a real time predictions also. So this was all about machine learning. Coming to AI, okay, machine learning is kind of a backbone to AI. Okay, even it is said that the machine learning is subset of AI. Deep learning is a subset of machine learning. Okay, integrating all these three becomes a super robust human brain. Okay, where a new data can be decided. So what machine learning will do? Machine learning will just do the prediction. What AI does here? AI will do the real time decision. Okay, it can think like a human. It can take inputs and it can give you insights about that inputs. Okay, it can do reasoning also, like how humans are able to do reasoning. Even AI, with the help of these data, can do reasoning by its own. Imagine how beautiful it is to integrate IoT with AI in industry 4.0, okay, and make things that is robust and numerous. Okay, this is what we are going to talk about in this session. So coming to RPA, what is RPA? Robotic process automation. Okay, so automation robots in industry 3.0, there were robotics. Okay, robots were still there. Okay, they used to be, what are robots, by the way? They are the programmable bots. Okay, so they have been programmed to do something. But in industry 4.0, even the robotics which they 3.0 had is different than what robotics we have in industry 4.0 currently. Okay, here the robot is being integrated with AI. It can think like a human, it can take real time decisions based on any kind of situation. Even if the human is not able to handle extreme of the extreme situation, robotics, AI makes it possible, okay, for the human to take uniform decision at the same time. Okay, and RPA is changing the approach to perform the repetitive task, okay, related to manual entry and processing. So no more manual entry is done. Okay, things are now automated. Okay, we are into intelligent automation area. Automation is still gone. Okay, automation is nowhere to this world now. We have to just talk about artificial intelligence automation. Okay, but with the help of robotics, this makes possible to have a very good automation today. So what is the benefits of RA? Okay, scalability, flexibility. Okay, we'll talk about it. Okay, so RAC2 can work 20 bar 7 where humans cannot go. Okay, these robots can go and work. Okay, one software robot can do work of 3 5 employees. Okay, so a robot can basically do lot of things which was not possible in 3.0. Now the things are possible in robotics. Okay, that's what I was discussing about IoT. Okay, defined as a collection connection between wireless technologies, as I told you. Okay, you have a smartphone, you have a mobile phone, you have a laptop, and all these three things can be connected with the help of IoT, where the data is being generated from one device is sent to other device using cloud. Okay, and the data transfer in the between the devices or among the devices in the internet is called as Internet of Things. Simple. Okay, there is a beautiful fact here. Okay, expects worldwide spending now that the IoT is gaining much importance everywhere in this world. Okay, so IoT and AI is the future, if what I could say. Okay, everywhere if you see, there is things that is getting developed in the field of IoT and AI. Okay, IoT can send data on the cloud, AI can take decisions or can draw in full insightful analysis from the data, and it can give predictions or it can take decisions by its own. You don't need a human to take a decision. AI, if the data is being given and if it is integrated with the IoT, AI makes it possible to take uniform decisions. So the billion-dollar business, okay, this industry is of a trillion. Okay, industry 4.0 comes with huge investment. Okay, and the evaluation can go up to trillions by 2025 is what the data which I have. So there was another part, another attribute of industry 4.0, that is additive manufacturing. What is this additive manufacturing? Okay, it is like a designing a 3D architecture or a model. Okay, referred by it by 4. Okay, sounding description of 3D printing. Additive manufacturing in fact is a technology which has been around at least 3 decades. It is not a new thing. Okay, whatever that you have your mind. Okay, suppose you want to create a model, you can make use of additive manufacturing. What it does, the model which you have in your mind can be mimicked or in the real world scenario. Okay, this is what additive manufacturing is. So basically what this consists of, it consists of a 3D printing. Okay, whatever you have your mind, okay, it can be simulated with the help of softwares, and the softwares can make a real-time model and give it to you. Okay, this is what additive manufacturing is. This principle, this parameter was not present in industry 3.0, but with the emergence of 4.0, this is also getting integrated with industry 4.0. Ah, famous concept. Okay, cloud computing. Okay, this is a really a boom in industry 4.0. So what is cloud? Okay, cloud is something like a virtual CPU which we cannot see, it is present somewhere. Okay, and we can do lot of things using cloud. Okay, forget about other things where there used to be a manual database or on-premise database where the costing used to be very high in the companies. Okay, in the previous decades, what used to happen was in the IT companies it may be, or in the industrial companies it may be. Okay, the database was located on premise itself, on their company itself. What was the disadvantage of it? Okay, if you ask me, okay, disadvantage could be like, costings would be more. Okay, and it was vulnerable for physical damage. One thing, it was vulnerable for any kind of cyber attacks also. Okay, suppose imagine what is a power shortage, what if the entire systems get corrupted. Okay, there was a fear of all these things. But the players like AWS, Azure, GCP, okay, Heroku, these people came up with the idea. Basically, it was started by AWS. AWS came with the idea. Okay, so what it will do, what AWS does, okay, AWS created the infrastructure all around the world, all around the globe. Okay, it has got some 17 regions where the huge data centers are presented. Okay, AWS told, instead of you maintaining your data in on premise, what you can do, you can use our services. So that's why cloud providers like AWS came up with the different kinds of services. So one is infrastructure as service, platform as service, software as service. So basically what these companies realized, okay, instead of hosting your database on premise, it is better that I can host my entire database on the cloud, so that the maintenance, I don't have to give maintenance cost. Okay, and AWS will take care of maximum of the services which AWS has. Okay, and it is like a pay as you go. So if you're doing any kind of service, if you're taking service from AWS, only then you have to pay for that service. So companies felt that this is the good time to shift your database to the cloud. Okay, this is basically called as data migration from the premise to the cloud. Okay, and this is a part of industry 4.0. So cloud computing is really a boom in industry 4.0. If you really want to be a very good person in working in industry 4.0, make sure you are very good at cloud computing. Okay, so let me discuss more about cloud computing here. Okay, cloud computing, as I said, it is a service provider. Okay, it provides you service. It will help you host the data on its servers. Okay, not just data, it will take care of entire architecture also. Suppose, imagine you want to deploy your application on cloud. Okay, what you can do, you can just take a virtual CPU, okay, or an instance from a cloud. Okay, you create an instance of out of it, and you deploy your application on the server. Rest all things are taken care of AWS or Azure or any cloud provider by itself. It will even take care of your hosting. It will even take care of your deployment. It will even take care of any cyber attacks also. Okay, so cloud is growing day by day in industry 4.0. If you ask me, cloud, every day there is a new service being added in the cloud, okay, which can do much of the manual task has been now converted to the automation. Okay, the things people which still used to use the old things are now being, replaced by the cloud computing services. You get everything with just a simple setup in the cloud. Okay, so if you ask me, sir, what is this infrastructure as a service, platform as a service, software as a service? Infrastructure as a service is nothing but, you can provision your entire servers by your own. Okay, cloud providers will give you that flexibility that you can create your own servers. Okay, you can create your own servers. You can see what all services you want to add. Okay, you will have that flexibility. Okay, you can choose what all adjustments you want to make in your server. Okay, so here the AWS or Azure or GCP, they don't interfere on your infrastructure at all. So it has just given you the setup, okay, a platform where you can build or set up your own infrastructure. Suppose, imagine that you want to deploy a mobile application or a game application. You can decide on which server you want to deploy, what should be the computational power of the server. Okay, it should be in GB or it should be in the TB. Okay, what should be the CPUs, that you can decide. What should be the operating system, you have that flexibility to decide. Okay, then you have also application to create a virtual private network. Okay, or virtual private cloud, VPC, what we called as. Okay, so these things comes in infrastructure as a service. Coming to platform as a service. Okay, so delivery of hardware and software tools, usually those needed for application over the internet. So what does it mean? In a simple language, okay, imagine that infrastructure as service is building an entire infrastructure. Like, suppose you have been given the flexibility to choose the entire architecture of a building. Okay, if you're imagining buying an apartment, okay, you have the flexibility to alter according to your needs. Okay, so this is what infrastructure as a service. Platform as a service is nothing but renting the already built infrastructure. Okay, suppose you imagine you have a already built apartment and you are just renting a floor of it for yourself. So this platform will take care of, AWS will take care of all the buildings, whatever that is there. And the platform that you have in AWS, you will have to take care of the interior of the design. Okay, what is third one? Software as a service. You don't need an infrastructure, you don't need a platform also. AWS will handle all these things. Okay, AWS will handle, or any GCP, any cloud provider can handle all this infrastructure. And it is just a software as a service. Okay, you can just make use of software and rest all the deployment, auto scaling group, okay, virtual private cloud, whatever it is there, the cloud provider will take care of. Okay. Can you see what is the level of power that the cloud is holding nowadays? Before it has infrastructure as a service was there, then platform as a service. Now with the simple software as a service, you can create an entire infrastructure in a very less time. Okay, this is the power of cloud computing. So that's what. Okay, so there is a fact that the cloud computing can have their market share in a near future. Okay, so if you really want to learn cloud computing, it is the best time for you to learn cloud computing and enter in the industry 4.0 where they make use of cloud architecture. Okay, so that this is what the advantages of cloud computing is. Okay, so reduces it cost. Okay, before there used to be a huge cost that was associated, okay, on hosting on premises database. Now it became easy because of cloud, which makes it simple and nice that you can shift your entire database on the cloud, and cloud will take care of most of your things. Okay, there is something called as availability zones and all. Okay, when you learn cloud computing, you will know much about it. Okay, another is the scalability issue. Okay, you don't have to worry about scalability at all. Imagine that tomorrow is big billion days. Okay, and if your application is hosted on AWS or any kind of GCP cloud, okay, they will take care of your scaling also. So imagine that during the big billion days, the spike of users can go very high, and if you don't have a backup or if you don't have a server, it becomes very difficult for your application to handle the whole load. Okay, so cloud providers make sure that they have something called as scalability and auto scaling group. Once the people start entering the cloud server, okay, there is a cloud watch server, okay, which will keep on monitoring the matrix, and if the load is very high, it will ask the cloud to scale another point. Okay, so here there is a server scaling happening, and your users can aram se enjoy shopping on any kind of e-commerce website. So business continuity, collaboration, everything is provided in the cloud. Coming to AR. Okay, what is this AR? Okay, AR is still on a phone, and but still you guys have got no idea that what AR is. You must be using Snapchat, you must be using Instagram. Okay, and whenever you're using, you have an option called as filtering there. Okay, you can get a face, you can get a models associated with it. Okay, so I can choose a dog icon, and dog icon can embed on my face. Okay, so this is an example of augmented reality which is already present in industry 4.0. Instagram, companies like Instagram, Snapchat are already making use of these technologies. Okay, they act as a filtering. Okay, where you can mimic your real world object. Okay, whatever it is, real world environment, real world object, whatever you have. Okay, you can mimic it or you can alter it. Basically, you can alter your real world object with some kind of virtual objects. So whatever virtual objects you find, okay, like cat, dog, any kind of filters, okay, you might be very good at it. Okay, any kind of filters that you see, AR makes it possible to input all the virtual objects in the real object things. Okay, you can make use of AR in multiple things. There is a huge application of augmented reality booming in nowadays. Okay, you can set up the entire interior with just making use of augmented reality. You don't have to physically get the things and place like how it would look like. You can make use of AR applications. Okay, applications makes it possible for you to add real world object on the real world application, virtual object on real world application, like you are basically altering the environment using AR. Imagine how powerful it is, right? Even AR has got a very good future. Okay, it is market share is about to increase up to 30%. Okay, so this image shows you like you can do multiple things using augmented reality. Augmenting is nothing but changing the reality on what you see. Okay, coming to big data. Okay, this is a very good domain in industry 4.0. Okay, let me explain you what. So imagine before industry 3.0, the data that was getting generated was not huge as what it is getting generated now, because of not usage of smartphones, or smartphones was not present during 20th centuries. Okay, internet was not being used by so much of users. But now you can see with the evolution of 5G network, with the evolution of huge network datas, okay, with the evolution of good smartphones and all, integration, penetration of good smartphone in the villages also, the data is getting huge. Okay, and most of the data that is getting generated, 70% of the data that is getting generated is a unstructured data. Okay, so when it comes to data, you will have main three types of data. One is structured, semi-structured, and unstructured data. So structured data, if you ask me example of a structured data is nothing but a transaction data which will have rows and columns. Okay, and to process this data, it is very easy, making use of all these things. Okay, all these things makes helps you structure the data easily. Okay, coming to semi-structured data. Okay, if you consider a newspaper or if you consider a CSV file, basically the data is not in the tabular format, it will not have rows and columns, but it will be separated by some kind of values. It can be a tab, it can be a comma. Okay, these data fall under the category of semi-structured. Okay, and to process this data, it becomes very easy. You don't have to use big tools. Okay, to process this data, you don't have to use a big softwares kind of to analyze the data. So analyzing structured data is very easy. But what about the 70% share of unstructured data? That is a challenging task. So, in order to process these kind of data, analyze the insightful meaning out of these data, there is a new technology emerged called as big data analytics. Okay, this is a very huge domain. Okay, where there is a need of big data. The need for the big data analytic engineers will grow more and more in the future, because the data that is getting generated day by day is humongous. Okay, every second, even when I'm talking to you, okay, every second huge data are getting generated, and the data that is getting generated are usually in terabytes, not just in gigabytes. So to process so much of data, it becomes useful that you are very good at processing this big data analytics. Okay, if I want to give an example of big data analytics, okay, have you ever imagined, or have you ever experienced, okay, you search for one product on Google. Suppose if you want to search for a necklace, or if you want to search for a shoes. Okay, the moment you go and browse on your Google that, best slippers or best smartphones in 2024, okay, it will give you recommendation, right? And the moment you open Instagram or Facebook, you will get that ad of the smartphone which you had browsed in the Google. So this is what big data processing is on real time. Okay, I will discuss you what all tools and technologies that are needed, okay, to learn big data. But this is the structure, this is the overview of how big data analytics works. Okay, you are going to a Google, you are searching for something, and the search result, the moment you open the Instagram, okay, you will get the recommendation of the search. If you open Facebook, you will get the recommendation of that product. Okay, this is what big data is. The data that is getting generated is unstructured, and unstructured data has to be processed to make it structured. Okay, unstructured data is processed, and insightful analysis is taken out from these data. Okay, this is what big data is. So how these things is possible? Okay, what are the tools that are present in the market which makes these big data real time and give you insightful decisions on it? Okay, the most important thing in big data is the Hadoop. Okay, you must have heard of Hadoop. Okay, if you're not, then Hadoop is an ecosystem, okay, which is used to process big data. Okay, Hadoop has something called as HDFS, Hadoop distributory file system. Okay, what Hadoop does? Hadoop basically is a main node. It will have the cluster nodes. Okay, and it will divide the data and send it on the clusters, and the data is being processed in these things. Okay, one thing. So along with Hadoop, there are some softwares, there are some tools used with Hadoop, like Apache Spark. Okay, Apache is used. Okay, then Pig, Hive, okay, Zookeeper. So there are many things that are used in Hadoop. Okay, what this Apache will do? Apache will do real-time processing. As I told, it takes data from the Google. Okay, usually it can be in the JSON format or it can be in the XML format. Okay, what Apache will do? Apache will take data from the Google, okay, and it will send to the streaming. Okay, Apache streaming will do real-time analysis. Okay, you can even deploy machine learning models there. Okay, this architecture is so big that, big data architecture is so big that lot of things can be done with big data. Okay, and processing this unstructured data is really a huge task and huge challenging issue when it comes to industry 4.0. And tools like Hadoop, Apache Spark, Zookeeper, okay, Hive, MapReduce, these things makes it possible. Okay, so this was just a overview of a big data. So what are the benefits of big data? So you can grow your business in real time. Okay, you can get more customer segmentation can be done with just a seconds. Okay, you can get a real time prediction. Okay, you can see your target consumers, okay, target customers easily. You can target your products to them. Okay, big data does these things very possible. You can grow your business analytics, business performance, business productivity also with the help of big data analytics. And we are very blessed to be in this generation where big data is being used in industry 4.0. So as I discussed, okay, artificial intelligence and machine learning, okay, it is like mimicking human brain, as simple as that. Okay, it can take decisions by its own based on the data that it has. Okay, there is a drawback that artificial intelligence only works on data which it has or it has been trained of. Okay, so now that the data is getting generated in a seconds, in a minutes, as I told you, in case of big data, artificial intelligence is learning day by day, day by day, day by day. Okay, before chat gpt used to not give such accurate result. Now with the evolution of chat gpt and other llm models also, it is helping these llm models to learn more and more data and give insightful decisions on that. Okay, so you never know, in the next 10 years down the line you can have multiple things. Okay, ai can make lot of accurate predictions also, you never know. Okay, based on the data it is learning day by day. Okay, the 10 years down the line you never know that the things can change in the things uncertain way which we have never thought of. Okay, so this is how powerful industry 4.0 is. So of course there is a fact also, 49% have heard about it, 25% have experience working with it, only 15% colleagues are worked within it. Okay, so these things are really important if you really want to have a very good life. Okay, this is a suggestion from Techmia Solution that artificial intelligence and machine learning can be a good opportunity that you can take in. Okay, you can take in about it, you can learn about it, and you can contribute to the industry. Okay, because the people who are doing it is very less. This fact says me that the 15% of only people make use of these technologies. Okay, so try to learn about it. Okay, and make our nation, okay, contribute towards industry 4.0. So that's what benefits of 4.0. Okay, I don't have to tell you benefits at all, because since 1 hour I'm being talking about industry 4.0 in the tools and technologies that are there. Okay, I've told you drawbacks which industry 3.0 has and the benefit that industry 4.0 is offering. Okay, so for business ideas it is a very good venture. Okay, very good business. You can make use of all these tools and technologies that are present. Okay, and which it can even increase your consistency also in the production, increase your efficiency and revenue. Okay, maintenance can be now easy. You don't know people who can do maintenance over it. Okay, so industry 4.0 makes it possible to automate the things, which is basically the intelligence automation, which I would like to call less wastage, of course. Okay, wastage can be minimized with the help of this, and enables higher growth level also. If you want to grow your business to the most high, and if you have these things integrated in your business, then you don't have to worry about growing your business at all. Okay, it is inevitable that your business will definitely go to the new height. So I would like to quote some of the research paper which I came across. Okay, for the people who wants to take this as a project for a final year, or any kind of client who wants to take this as a project. Okay, so there is a paper which talks about smart parking system using IoT technology. Okay, if you go to some malls, or if you go to a place where you find a huge traffic, huge people being gathered, or there is no place for parking at all, especially in the areas like Bangalore, okay, metropolitan cities, this problem is huge. Okay, with the help of the tools and technologies that are present in industry 4.0, we can solve this issue. Okay, how we can solve this issue? Sir, tell me, how can I build this model? Okay, I will walk through this interesting technology. Okay, what we can make use of is, we can make use of a microcontroller first. Okay, like Arduino, Raspberry Pi, okay, IoT, anything, Node MC. Okay, we can make use of microcontroller and we can add a camera to it. Okay, microcontroller along with camera and deployed on the real time. Okay, so that's enough? No, this is not enough. You should have a very good hands on Python library called as computer vision, OpenCV. Okay, this is something that is revolutioning in the automobile sector also. You must have heard of Tesla cars, which is able to drive by its own. Basically, it is called a self-driving cars. How it makes possible? Okay, it has cameras and lidar sensors. Okay, integrated across the entire body, where the cameras does real-time object detection. Okay, it does object detection. It can detect object like parking board. It can detect. Okay, while going, it can detect lanes. Okay, it can detect traffic signals. It can detect where to stop, what and all. And along with the vision, along with the object detection, it has got AI integrated with it, which can make decisions out of it. Okay, suppose if it sees a red signal, who is there to make decision? Okay, since there is no human involved in the driving of car, AI makes the decision that you have to stop the car. Okay, so basically AI is replacing humans here, who is able to do driving at the real time and also able to reduce the cost. This is what IoT is making use of. Okay, we make use of IoT in smart. Coming to this technology, what we can do is you can integrate, okay, the camera. What camera will do? Camera will detect the objects. Who are the objects here? Objects are the vehicles. Okay, vehicles. It can detect where the vehicle is in the slot and where the vehicle is out of the slot, and it can find the vacancies also. Okay, vacant positions, vacant locations also, where you can park your car. So with this sensor data that is collected from the camera is sent to the cloud. Okay, now cloud is able to make decisions. Okay, it can tell you, okay, in this location the slot is empty, you can go and park your car. Okay, so this is one research paper, beautiful research paper, where IoT and AI is used in order to make parking system smart. A second most important paper which I would like to quote, that is air quality monitoring system using IoT. Okay, this is a very huge problem in the metropolitan city because of the pollution. Okay, every day there is a new vehicle getting onto the roads, one thing. Okay, and huge people are coming from outside places to the employment, as well as some metropolitan cities are the pathway to other places also. So in these problems, okay, what happens is, because of the increased amount of vehicle, pollution is getting increased a lot. Okay, you can see many gases emerge from the combustion engines. Okay, like CO, carbon monoxide, benzene. Okay, and these can contribute to air pollution also, and it can affect your health. Okay, the people who are living in these places, they can get affected from all these pollutions. Okay, so this is a problem faced in the metropolitan city. Okay, so you can leverage AI and IoT and build a system which will monitor the quality of air. Okay, what are the parameters it has to monitor? Okay, air quality index it can monitor. It can monitor the PPP. Okay, parts per million. Okay, suppose if it wants to monitor carbon monoxide, okay, it can see what is the amount of carbon dioxide that is present. So you get a sensors to monitor all these things. Okay, there is a sensor called as MQ gas sensor. Okay, this basically measures the amount of particulate matter that are present in the atmosphere. Okay, it can collect the data, it can send the data to the server. Okay, and IoT can connect the data with across all the devices that are there, and AI can do real time prediction. It can tell you the analysis of the insightful means. Suppose if the air quality is high, okay, it can tell you, please don't move out of the house, stay, remain inside the house, or you can go to this location where the monitoring is less when compared to the other locations. Okay, this is another project, okay, which you can take up, a beautiful project where you can leverage both IoT and AI. There's another project. Okay, now you can see that during the rainy season the flood is very high, okay, everywhere, because of the indentation of water. People are not alert of it, and suddenly the water indents into the cities, and there is a huge destruction of the infrastructure. So what you can do here, you can make use of IoT and ML. Okay, what IoT and ML will do, it will monitor the real time, it will collect the real time data. Okay, what is the height of the wave? Okay, CS wave. Okay, what is the surface wave heights? Okay, what are the, you can integrate some kind of accelerometer also, which can monitor the real world earthquake measures. Okay, so these sensors can collect real time data, feed it in the machine learning model. Okay, and it can make real time predictions. Okay, this is what beautifully you can design IoT also along with this, and you can alert flood. Okay, you can save a lot of people from flood destructions. Okay, so where not IoT is not used. Okay, IoT can be used in smart agriculture also. Okay, coming to the agriculture, okay, you can see like you can monitor diseases also, pesticides also. Okay, there are sensors which can calculate pH. There are sensors which can calculate soil moisture also. So these data can be integrated. These data can be collected via sensors. Okay, and it can be sent to the cloud. And cloud, you can deploy a machine learning model there which does real time prediction. Okay, and it can tell you what are the things that you are supposed to do. Okay, you will get lot of things in smart agriculture also. Basically you are automating things in agriculture also. Okay, so you can make use of IoT to collect real time sensor data. It can be of anything. Okay, suppose you want to increase the productivity of your land. Okay, what you do, okay, you can collect the sensor data. Okay, you can see the past history of the data, and you can see which crop is beneficial to crop in the next year. Okay, so this prediction is given by machine learning and AI. Okay, based on the historic data which you have collected from IoT, and IoT integrates it with the multiple sensors, and farmers can make uniform decisions when they want to plant for a crop in the next year. Okay, the last research paper and the most famous research paper, this is 2024 released paper. Okay, where the research paper talks about IoT and AI is in the field of healthcare. Okay, now the healthcare is getting much importance. Okay, smart health monitoring system. Okay, what you can do is you can integrate the sensors to the body. Okay, you don't have to even go to the hospital. Okay, imagine you have a sensor, okay, which is attached to a skin, and it can collect your sugar levels also. Okay, there are possibilities. Okay, it can come up in the future. Just you can just attach a sensor to your body and it collects a BP. Okay, just attach the sensor to the body and it can draw all the health parameters that are there. Okay, and this IoT makes it possible to send across all the internet devices. Okay, you can send this sensor to the doctors also directly, and doctor can make real-time prediction on what is the issue. Okay, it can generate report also. If you don't want doctor, you can make use of AI here. AI will learn from the past data. Okay, and it can give you predictions also. Okay, so here these sensors can collect your ECGs also. Okay, so these healthcare monitoring system is getting more and more importance in industry 4.0. You can use this as a very good project in your final year as well as in the companies also. Okay, if you want to develop a project or prototype of it, this is a very good thing where you can make use of sensors. Okay, you can collect IoT, like sensors can collect data, use leverage IoTs to send data across all the devices. Okay, use AI on the cloud which can make real time predictions. Okay, and with the help of this you can minimize the time that you used to take by making use of the traditional methods. Okay, this is a very good project you can take make use of. So recently I was reading about the newspaper and I found this article, okay, where SpaceX, a company of Elon Musk, is making use of IoT, making use of IoT and AI. Okay, they are actually making use of all these things. Recently, what happened is they blasted off the rocket. Okay, usually if you want to send a rocket, you should have a boosters for that. Okay, rocket cannot fly by its own. Okay, it needs a booster which will give the thrust to the rocket. Okay, and once the rocket is flown away, what usually used to happen before was the boosters used to, once the rocket reaches the escape velocity of the earth. Okay, and once it is outside the earth, this booster separate from the rocket and used to manually fall down on the oceans or anywhere. Okay, has a junk. So this SpaceX company came up with the idea: why not to reuse the boosters? Okay, why should we just waste the boosters that are out there? Okay, you can make use of these boosters. Okay, you can reuse these boosters also. So Elon Musk came up with the idea. Okay, the boosters that are used to send the rocket to the space can be brought back to the same position. Okay, he used something called as chopsticks here. Okay, it is an amazing article where you can understand how the industry is using 4.0. Okay, I will explain you in a brief, in a overview, in a nutshell. So the boosters that were sent to the space has, you can just trace the trajectory from which it is being sent, and you can just collect the boosters that were coming down. Okay, how it makes possible here, they make use of computer vision also. Okay, AI also. Okay, AI along with the chopstick is nothing but the platform which collects the boosters. Okay, here you can see there is a platform, and two boosters are above it. Okay, so chopstick makes integrated with the boosters can make real time predictions. Okay, who is involved here? Human is not involved. Okay, here the AI is involved. Okay, as I read the article, I came across that thousand lines of codes were used, okay, to make these things possible. It is a hardware come a software thing. Okay, so here AI is integrated both in the boosters as well as the stand, which is called as a chopstick. And the moment these both are able to track the trajectory, it is able to make the decent landing on it. Instead of wasting the boosters, okay, what you can do is you can reuse the boosters now. You can send a rocket to the space and you can make use of this boosters also. Okay, this is what the SpaceX is coming up with it. Okay, so recently they had a test and they were successful enough. So possibility in next year that they will implement all these technologies, and other space organization also can make use of these technologies. With this they can save a lot of money also. Okay, instead of inventing or creating boosters again and again, what they can use is they can make use of the reusable boosters. So, role of IoT in smart factories. Okay, as I discussed, that IoT has got a very good thing. Okay, very good insightful things. Okay, where they can leverage all the technologies. Machines can talk with each other. Robots can talk with each other. Okay, you don't need a human to tell them. Okay, so data is getting transferred across all these people, and they can make a real-time decisions. Okay, so I would like to quote some of the applications in the real time where they make use of. Okay, where they make use of IoT. Okay, one is in the smart cities. Okay, cities like Singapore and all, they are making use of IoT. Okay, what they are doing it is they are making use of IoT sensors. Okay, to control everything from traffic and do waste management. Okay, basically what they are doing is they are using IoT. Okay, where the traffic congestion is more. Okay, it collects the real time data. Okay, and it uses AI to do prediction, and it can send messages to all the people who are out there. Okay, messages, it can send messages, please, there is a traffic congestion going on this in place. Okay, you can move away from this or you can choose a different path. Okay, this is what Singapore is already doing it. Okay, this is a real world application where such things are being integrated in industry 4.0. Coming to healthcare. Okay, if I want to quote healthcare also. Okay, you have a variable device. Okay, you make use of smart watches and all, fitness tracker and all. Okay, these trackers can be added more and more sensors also tomorrow. Okay, if you want to add many sensors, you can add it. Okay, you can do entire body scan also with the help of this. So some companies are working on these technologies, okay, where they can make use of as much as sensors as possible, and they can collect the data, they can do real time prediction and help the people who are suffering with many disorders. Okay, so they can integrate AI also. Here AI can do uniform decision on what you should do. Okay, third, coming to agriculture, as I discussed. Okay, healthcare, soil healthcare can be monitored. Okay, soil condition can be monitored. Water levels can be monitored. Okay, there should not be more stagnation of water because it will lead to diseases and all. So these things can be solved with the help of leveraging IoT and AI. Okay, so in the retail also, I know that maximum people make use of Amazon. Okay, I suggest you everyone to make use of Amazon Go. Okay, Amazon Go is a new thing. Okay, where they have made use of IoT 4.04 technology. Okay, IoT 4.0 technologies have been integrated in this website, where everything has become smart. Okay, it has got IoT sensors to create caches, less shopping experience. Okay, you don't have to do manually go and do things. Okay, things have been automated, and all the technologies have been directly leveraged in these 4.0 things. Okay, in this retail. So I suggest you everyone to please go and work on Amazon Go. Okay, you do shopping, see the shopping experience on Amazon Go. So here you can witness all the technology which I spoke about previously about industry 4.0 over there. Okay, coming to automation also, vehicle automation. Okay, companies like many companies are going towards automation. Okay, recently I came across with an article where even Mi is building self-driving cars, like how Tesla is doing it. Okay, so even this has got a very good market. Okay, now you can see how industry 4.0 is huge and rich, having so much of technologies being leveraged. Okay, you never know, companies like Tata can also come up with these or must be working on these technologies. Okay, so you can be a part of this R&D also. Okay, so it is like a thing that you can learn, okay, and you can help industry grow. Energy management also, where not IoT can penetrate. IoT has penetrated across all the domains that comes to your mind. Okay, coming to energy management also, you can make use of smart grids. Okay, you can see is there any power leaks or no. Okay, you can use monitoring, you can see the fluctuation levels in voltages and currents. Okay, sometimes it can lead to disaster also at home. Okay, so these things can be minimized with the help of IoT and AI. Okay, so IoT and AI has got huge significance in multiple domains. What you take up any domains and tell me one domain where IoT and AI cannot be used. There is no such domains. Okay, so maximum you can leverage all these things and you can create a new supply chain management also. So this is what I was talking about. Okay, when it comes to predictive maintenance. What is predictive maintenance? AI model can do analysis on sensor data to predict when the equipment is likely to fail, enabling proactive maintenance. Okay, so you don't have to wait for the machine to fail. Okay, AI can predict it based on the real time. It can predict, so this machine is going to fail in some time. Okay, so you will have enough time to make uniform decisions. Okay, and you can make maintenance also easy. So this is what predictive maintenance is. Quality assurance can also be given. Okay, how come you can give? There is a library called as computer vision and deep learning algorithms can inspect product in real time, identify defects and optimize production process. Okay, so see, this is all about prediction. Okay, you do not have to wait for the product to get corrupt, or you do not have to wait for the quality to get degraded. Okay, these things makes these things possible. Okay, before the product is about to die or quality is about to expire, you can predict it beforehand and you can replace the things. Okay, this is what much needed in the industry. Okay, you can save a lot of money, you can save a lot of time also. So you can see how powerful this technology is. Coming to energy optimization also, I spoke about smart grids. Okay, it can detect the leaks. Okay, it can detect sudden voltage fluctuations also. So beforehand, okay, beforehand it can detect and you can be more alert. Okay, you can make use of some other mechanism which can minimize the destruction which could happen because of the fluctuation that is taking place. Okay, case studies. Okay, now the itself will tell you how things are being automated in the industry. Okay, industry is no more making use of 3.0 technologies, it is already obsolete now. So industry is making use of 4.0, whatever I have spoken today. Okay, it is making use of AR, it is making use of VR, virtual reality, augmented reality. You must have heard of Meta came with virtual reality, so where it had one Vision Pro, and you can virtualize the experience. Okay, sitting at your home. Okay, see, big data analytics is in the market, AI is in the market. Okay, IoT is in the market. So future is this. This is the future which you will have. Okay, and as a human being, it is most crucial that you have an overview of all these technologies. Learn any one technology, and your future is safe, is what I can say. Because the way the industry is revolutioning, okay, the way the industry is revolutioning, evolving day by day, you never know, you can find industry 5.0 which will have some other unexpected things which we already never knew. Okay, and it can take some time also. Okay, you never know, in next down the line 10 years you can have industry 5.0 revolution. You never know. Okay, future is uncertain. So in order to be prepared for this, it is high crucial that you know all these technologies and you can help industry grow. Not that, no, because of the job thing that you have to know. These things can minimize lot of the problems which industry 3.0 faced. Okay, this can automate the stuff, it can make new decisions. Okay, it can do lots of things. So still, beside advantages, some ventures will have disadvantages also. Okay, so let us an opportunity which you will have industry 4.0 ability also. Okay, coordinating the seamless integration system and new AI technology is a key challenge. Obviously, okay, you need industrial experts to this. Okay, so it is very difficult for the common people to understand all these technologies. So seamless integration and interoperability, like many people can operate this. So this is a challenge in industry 4.0. Talent development. So upskilling of workforce is needed. Okay, in order to learn all this technology, you should have a very good platform where you can upskill yourself, right? Okay, so talent acquisition, talent development is a challenge in nowadays. Okay, Third is cyber security concerns also. As you know that there is a huge hacking going on. Okay, cyber bullying, cyber hacking. Okay, lots of things, data leaks, many things are going on in the market. Okay, so even security remains the challenge, key challenges even in developing such and so technologies. So thank you so much. Okay, this was a brief about the industry 4.0. Okay, today you saw what are the technologies that are involved in industry 4.0. Okay, what are the tools that are being used in the market. Okay, so if you want to get into, you saw how you can get into, what all technologies you can learn. So we discussed about the research paper also. Okay, so if you need any kind of assistance in order to know more about these technologies, you can please visit the office. Okay, Techmia Solutions, which is in Jainagar ninth block. Okay, and you can contact us anytime. Okay, so this was all about the webinar. Thank you so much. Have a nice day.